Yeah. So Friday squatting. So as I've presently got it set up, there's no particular lift on any particular day. So the lifts are being cycled. I'm going through press, squat, bench, deadlift. Okay, Monday to Friday. Weekends I do something different. But Monday to Friday, just cycle through those 4 lifts. Now obviously 5 days, 4 lifts. There's no specific day assigned to any specific lift. But if you notice, it does sort of like go upper, lower, upper, lower. So squatting. I've got to admit that I think that as I'm aging, squatting is now becoming my main problem, if you like, the issue. I seem to have got the mobility for everything else apart from squatting. It's the and the knees in particular, knee pain. So, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, it's one of those things that if you don't use it, you lose it. But how much do you use it? That's the question. Okay, so I've done a bit of warming up, and the plan today is 97.5 kilos. So that's 2.5 kilo advance from last time. 3 lots of 5, but the last set can be more than 5. So 5 AMRAP, 5 at least, and then drop down to 65 kilos and go for 10s. Okay. All of this sounds very, very, very challenging to me. In many ways, it's just the simple motion of squatting is an issue. You know, it's getting down to depth and I say mobility. But let's go for it. So far I've done a little bit of dynamic stretching, just throwing my legs around. I did a couple of reps with 20 kilos, so now it's got 60, so I'm going to go 20, 60, 80, and then the work set's 97.5. It'll be a very generous timer, 5-minute timer, which I'm sure I'll need to do these justice. Okay, so let's see how it feels. So 60 kilos, just get a rep or 2, just lubricate everything up. Okay. Whew. Felt alright. Nothing incredible. Nothing stood out as being particularly bad. But yeah, I noticed something. I think it's every time I squat, it just feels at the beginning like everything is made out of rust and everything is stiff and difficult. You know, like the Tin Man on Wizard of Oz. But and invariably you go through this mental process of not wanting to squat because of the the mobility issue, and then when you get a little bit deeper into it, it starts to flow. I suppose it applies to every move really, but it seems to me more so the squat. Probably the complexity of it and the deep stretch at the bottom, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's 80 kilos. Okay. So I'm going to go, the work set's 97.5. So $90, $95, as always, struggling for 1 1/4. Need to buy me a pair. Any hiding? Come out, wherever you are. Okay, I've found you. Sneaky little blitz. Okay, so 60, 70, 80, 95, 7.5, that's it. Colour, I bet this colour doesn't fit, does it? It's no good, that one. Keep forgetting, don't use that one. Got a matching pair. So 60, 70, 80, 90. $97.5. So this is 2.5 kilos more than last time. Last time was a reset, so I took it down 10% from the previous high. So the previous high, I believe, was 105, and it went 553. Okay, so the system is, if you can't get 3 sets of 5, you have to take it down 10% and build back up again. So from 105, I took it down 10%, and I call that 95. And I think I got 556. Let's have a look. Yeah, I did. I got so on 95 kilos, I got 556. So this time 97.5. It would be nice to get 556 again. That'll be a decent step forward. That'll be good. But obviously the weight's going up, so 3 sets of 5 would be adequate. That would keep me in the game. But 556 ideally. Okay, less than a minute on the timer. Get the first set of 5 out of the way, which should go. Belt's going on nicely, so I think it's, well, you know, one of the only sort of like body measurements that I really care about is the hole on the belt. So I'm on the 5th hole, and if that goes on nicely, I think that I'm doing okay. When that starts getting very, very tight and you can't breathe, then that's time to drop the food intake. But that's all I really measure. So I don't often weigh myself at all. You know, unless I'm really going for a cut, then those measurements become interesting. Yeah. But outside of that, I don't weigh myself at all. I just go by the waist size. So as long as the waist is not massively expanding, I find, you know, all is well. Okay, 5 reps. Okay, never easy, but felt alright. I don't know, maybe one day I'm going to have to cave into knee wraps. But I don't think it's the, you know, how can I put it? It's not so much the, you know, the strength, even though that's, it's not so much the muscular strength, it's the tendons and the joints around the knee, you know, the knee area, and that makes me wary. So that becomes a limiting factor. I suppose I could start using the knee sleeves again at some point, but I'm going to play this out as far as I can. I'm just putting this on my elbow, in fact. You know, it's a strange position on my elbow. You know, holding the squat. Elbow's feeling pretty good though, really. Relatively. So yesterday I was a bit wary. I did a load of kettlebell snatches with a 20 kilo kettlebell, which is, you know, for me at this moment in time, relatively heavy. I thought that would conceivably, possibly bug my elbow the next day, but no, not really. All right. And I have started, you know, pursuing some sort of, you know, rehab more aggressively. So stretching, and you know, I borrowed what they call the things. I don't know. You know, it's like a massage gun. So it sort of like vibrates on the area. So I said I borrowed it. It was mine, and I lent it out. So I got it back. So all these things that you know, all this sort of stuff, stretching and, you know, massage and all the rest of it. I only ever use it when there's a problem. You know, I think, you know, some people pursue these things quite religiously, foam rolling on the rest of it. And I never bothered it until there's a problem. You know, my stretching is very, very minimum. Probably not a good idea, but you know, I think all in all, from what I can make of it, from all I've read of it, you know, benefits of stretching are very dubious. Benefits of foam rolling are very dubious. Okay, so another set of 5 coming up. Hopefully I'm starting to lubricate up a bit more. Hopefully, more lotion. Motion is lotion, so they say. Okay, so another set of 5. A few seconds, 10, 13 seconds, 5 reps. No, they're never easy. Okay. So, now the question is, have I got a 6 in me? Water. So, last time was 556 with 95. So this time, hopefully 556, 97.5. But if it's 3 sets of 5, I'll still take that as progress. But 6, I'm gonna, in my mind, 6 is the target. Suppose you get what you're given. And then after that, then after that, then maybe it's still the harder part to come. It's 5 sets of 10. Well, that's a target, obviously. More than likely it won't be 5 sets of 10, but that's a target. But 5 sets of 10, that sounds like anything with higher reps on the squats is definitely a mindset game. You have to have some determination to keep going the reps on squats. And in my mind, a max single is far easier than higher reps. Higher reps, you've got to think about it. You've got to keep in the game. By choice. Whereas a max single, well, what choice have you got? It's either going to go up or it's not. But this one, 6 reps hopefully, and regardless of what happens after that, we'll consider it to be a win. So today, squats. Then after squats, it's I'm going to do a superset. So good mornings and standing abs. So abs on the pulling machine. And then finally, when all that's out of the way, we'll do the swings, kettlebell swings. So relatively the same format for every session. There's a big compound barbell movement. Then there's a superset involving something secondary, so you can consider it to be some sort of like bodybuilding type thing. And then there's some kettlebell HIIT type EMOM cardio strength blend. Okay, so as I say, I've vastly reduced my cardio. Having said that, tomorrow it's a burpee centered day, so there is going to be still some conditioning dedication, but not as much as there was. I felt like I was short-changing my strength to do a lot of conditioning, and not particularly what I wanted to do at that moment in time, or at this moment in time. Okay, so as I say, 6 is the ideal. So let's see what happens. Have I got 6? Okay, let me talk myself into it. Come on. 7. Woo! Yes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nice. 5, 5, 7. Yeah. Good. So next time it's 100. No doubt about it. Okay. But we're far from out of the woods. So sets of 10. At least one set of 10 to stay at this weight, 65 kilos. So if I can't make this one set of 10, it's too heavy. If I can make just one set, then that weight remains. That weight is the target weight for 5 sets of 10. And just keep at that weight until I get 5 sets of 10. Okay, so 65. Well, I'm chuffed with that 7. I was wondering about that. If I could get 6. No joke. There's no dramatic effect or whatever. I just went for it. Conceivably, you're better off sticking to the 3 sets of 5. I mean, that's, you know, avoid unnecessary inroad into your abilities, into your, you know. I'm sure that that last rep or whatever costs a lot of mental effort, a lot of physical resources. Okay, I've got 65 on now. Yeah, I think Wendler, Jim Wendler is 531. He on a lot of his programming recently, you know, he drops the AMRAP altogether and just stick at 5 reps. 5 Pro, I think he calls it. But I think the beauty of the AMRAP is when you reset the weight down. So when you know, inevitably, as you're going to keep putting weight on the bar, inevitably it's going to come to a point where you can't do 3 sets of 5. So you got to back off and reset, and that's where the AMRAP comes in really nicely. You can use lower weights and yet still put in maximum effort. Simply do an AMRAP set. Okay, see what happens here. I don't know. Quite hard. Not maximal, but not far off. Oh, the heart rate. Okay, that's 10. So the weight is not too heavy. So there's no lowering. Yeah, I'd imagine this this 5 sets of 10 idea must tick some cardio boxes. Actually, having said that, I'm giving it a long rest. Well, it's on a 5-minute timer, which I need. See what happens next. I'm going to guess 9, but I could be wrong. Yeah, maybe after this current phase, maybe have another go at the 20 rep squats. It's an idea. We'll see. I mean, to me, 20 rep squatting, it's like the worst challenge possible. Yeah, that's what makes it attractive, though, isn't it? Yeah, it's like you don't want to walk up a hill. You want to climb Everest. You know, walking up a hill does not excite you. Climbing Everest does. Similarly, the 20 rep squat. You know, it might not be the most optimal method or whatever for anything, but at that moment in time, it's such a maximum challenge. I just started feeling it again doing those 10 reps. Just remembering how god awful those 20 rep squats are. But, yeah, I think hopefully going forward over the long term, I can periodically revisit the 20 rep squats, which I did them fairly recently. Did quite a few sessions. As I started putting the weight on the bar, they started going down from 20 reps to 15 reps to 14 reps, but they were still awful. And I've not done those for decades. You know, I remember when I was, I don't know, probably in my 30s. I think I remember well, 120 kilos for 20 reps. It was just so awful. I just never did them for decades after that. Anyway, 15 seconds down. So I'm imagining something like 9 reps will be a good target. We'll see what happens. Oh, 10. Yeah. Oh, nice. That's another memory revisited. Forgetting how many reps you've done. I think your mind is in such turmoil when you do these higher rep squats. You know, let's face it, every natural inclination is not to do it. Every natural inclination is to escape quickly. That's where your mental discipline comes in, where you have to stick it through. You know, because of the the knowledge of the benefits of this. You know, this is what makes you stronger. This is what makes you more resilient. This is what keeps you from becoming old and frail before your time. You know, especially in the face of modern living, which for most of us, myself included, is physically not demanding. So obviously, you know, we're resorting to artificial means to replicate the physical stress that your body needs, your body has evolved to do, without which it simply deteriorates. So yeah, big mental game, going through volitional stress that you don't have to go through. That's 2 sets down, 3 to go. See what comes next. But yeah, whatever happens, I've got sort of a marker. So I know for next time now that, you know, I've got 65 2 sets of 10. So let's say this time I get 8, 9, whatever. Then next time it's got to be 9, 10. So setting down a marker, something to beat. Yeah, it's, in many ways, you know, there's a balance involved here. It's like the more difficult and painful it is, you know, the more the benefit, and you know, the more the sort of like the, you know, the mental clarity and the mental response. You know about, you know, the runner's high. Well, I'm sure there's a squatter's high. There is a certain clarity that's involved with the, I don't know, maybe it's, you know, maybe there's some sort of adrenaline, maybe there's some sort of hormones, but you know, your body does give you that sort of like power, and the only way you're going to get it is by needing it. Come on, hopefully 10. Yes! Okay, 3 sets of 10. Oh, there's going to be some food after this. No doubt about it. Stands to reason. When you're doing this hard exercising, your body continues to require, well, your body is revving up more and more and more for a long time afterwards. You know, dealing with the shock, you know, putting down the growth. I suppose it's a bit like, you know, suffering massive burns or whatever. You know, obviously it's not to that extreme, but you know, just something akin to, you know, suffering burns over a large part of your body. You know, your body's got to mend it. And these moves, you know, I think especially the squat, for me anyway, yeah. No, I'm going to say, you know, in general, it's especially the squat. It involves everything. You know, it's not just the external muscularity, you know, the internals, the heart, the lungs, everything is stressed hard. To me, you know, if I'm fit and healthy, you know, the problem I've got now is I've got this, you know, this dodgy elbow that is, you know, giving me a bit of grief. But, you know, that aside, if someone said to me, you know, which do you want to do, which do you enjoy the most, you know, a hard squat session like this, or a hard deadlift session using the same parameters, you know, sort of like three sets of 5s and 5 sets of 10s, you know, I would say the deadlift session is far easier. To me, the squat section is the hardest one. But as I keep saying, all the more reason to do it. Why? You know, if you just want comfort and ease, you know, Netflix, which is what will come after this. Yeah, the whole point is to find some stress, find something physically stressful, find something demanding, and squatting certainly delivers. Okay, so set 4, penultimate. So we're getting there. 10 seconds, we'll do another set of whatever's available, but 10 is the ideal, obviously. Oh, 10. Yeah, as soon as you stop, and it just suddenly hits you like a tidal wave. Your body just tries to recover from hell. Okay, last one. Made it almost there. Yeah, something about the last set that you do get that sort of like boost in knowing it's all over. So I'm sure when I get to sort of like the last 5 reps, I'll be thinking all the way through, nearly done now, nearly done now. That keeps it going a bit. I think in many ways that penultimate set is probably the worst one. You know, it's so fatiguing, it's not the last set. But this last one, you do get that little mental boost at the end, knowing that it's finished. But yeah, I can't imagine that. I don't think there's anything harder for me in this gym game than these squats. So, I don't know. I mean, everything's really hard when you push it, but yeah, I'm still gonna say, you know, if you had to say what is the peak, it's these. And the higher the reps, the higher the peak. You know, it doesn't matter that it's lightweight. It's, you know, high reps. So last set of squats coming up in a minute and a half. And I can rest easy for about a week. Won't be the next one. So today's Friday, so Saturday and Sunday, no barbell stuff. So Monday will be bench press, Tuesday will be deadlift. So it'll be next Thursday. Yeah, so almost a week. Almost. Not the worst frequency. I would say ideally twice a week, I'd probably do that. Half a minute, get the last set of 10 hopefully. See if I can make it 5 sets of 10. I think I can. I think I can. I'll have to lock myself into a set of 10. Come on, I can do 10. There, I said it. 10. Okay, come on then, you. Horror from hell. Let's defeat hell. Done it. 5 sets of 10, good stuff. Okay, so next time I do that, 67.5 kilos. Push it up 2.5 kilos next time. Oh God. Oh. I think Tom Platz who said something like, you know, he was only doing squatting like, I don't know, once every couple of weeks or something, I can't remember, maybe even once a month, who knows. You know, I'm sure he was doing other stuff for his legs, but squatting he was doing quite infrequently. And he said something like, you know, after squatting that day, you know, everything felt great, the colours were better, you know, life was bright and vivid. Yeah, it's almost like, you know, you got a state of execution. You know, you got some you bought yourself some time until the next squat day. Whew. But yeah, pleased with that. But what is life? What is life? Facing your demons, overcoming challenges. It's a good feeling. Yeah, I thought that was quite nice, that one, that session. Okay, so I'm going to set up for good mornings and superset that with the pulley abs. Let's get it all ready. I'm going to start using a much tighter timer now. So the 5 minutes is just for squats. And everything else is getting about 3 minutes, I think. You know, even deadlifts. A 3 minute timer seems to be tight. I wouldn't say it was absolutely ideal for powerlifting on deadlifts, but as regards general strength and hypertrophy, 3 minute timer seems about okay. Plenty of recovery from deadlifts. I just don't find it as hard on the cardio as squatting. With squatting, I like to give myself a really nice margin of recovery. So, good morning. How does that go? Maybe put the stance up one. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the good morning is higher on your neck, on your back. So I'm gonna put this up to another hole. Okay. If I'm doing this with abs, I can't use a belt. I didn't think of that, but I'm sure I can do good mornings without a belt. Let's have a look. Somewhere I've got written down what. Yeah, I think on Sunday, with 30 kilos, I got a set of 8 on the ab machine. So I'm going to put on 30. That's 30. And I'm going to go 32. I don't want to go too high reps. I'm going to do this on an EMOM. So that's 32 on the pulley, and the a good morning. I'm not sure, about 40 kilos maybe. Not sure, without a belt it's harder. So I feel. So the good morning for me, it's basically sort of like sit back, bend over until my, the bottom of these handles connect with my knees. There. And that way you get a pretty standard good morning. Every rep is pretty much the carbon coffee. Try 40 kilos. Should be well warmed up after all that squatting. Okay, put a pair of fives on. Oh. 40 kilos. Oh, try that. A good morning is a great exercise, I think, but again, it's one that I've neglected massively. One of the reasons being is the if you do them with a straight bar, a normal Olympic bar, keeping them in position is relatively difficult. You know, they move about on your back so much, and sadly, I never had a safety squat bar, for decades and decades. So the safety squat bar is a relatively recent purchase, and it didn't take me long to work out that it's ideal for good mornings. My safety squat bar, for squatting, I find it horrendous. That doesn't mean that it's not good. It could be very good, but I'm just so weak at it. I find it difficult to be doing squats with less than 100 kilos. I find it, it's just an embarrassment, really. I tell people I used to rep out with 200 kilos, and it's like either they don't believe me or they think that I used to be on gear or whatever. And none of it's true. Never took the steroids. I competed IPF, tested a couple of times for what it's worth. Anybody knows these things, you should know that a person of about 90 kilos squatting 200 for reps is not really so out of this world. It's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm proud of it, but it's not something that you need to be on drugs to do. Perfectly achievable for a natural lifter, but sadly I let it go. That's the reality of it. Okay, so what we're doing here, we're doing good mornings first, I think. So this is all on EMOM, so that's going to make it really, really tight. Six. I could have done more, but 6 is a start. Got 6. So yeah, if I get 5 sets of 6, that'd be pretty good, I would say. Obviously, each successive set feels a bit harder, especially with the lack of rest. So this should be quite difficult. 32. Probably get another 6, hopefully. 5 or 6, I'm going to guess. Get rid of the hat. Five. So 40, I'll call it 40, bar and 20, call it 40. Oh, that was quick. Six. Yeah, no dog lid. That E-mum runs down quick. Yeah. As I suspected, the 1 minute timer is very tight. Another set of 5, hopefully. So, this time we're ready for it. Probably get 5. Just not enough recovery. Five will do. So, good morning, 665. Abs, 5, probably get 5 this time. As I said, the tightness of the timer, every set's accumulating on the last one. Keeps the heart rate up, which is good, all useful. Yeah. Okay. 3 down, 2 to go. See if you can get 5 on this one. I think I can. Obviously 5 is pretty much a given. finding the good mornings relatively easy that way for fives. But this, the abs are more challenging. I'm guessing, I think, the kettlebell swings have contributed to those good mornings. Oh. So I guess you can say all of this is, you know, what they call core. Yeah. With all sorts of fashions and fads and ebbs and tides in this training game. I seem to remember that in the not so distant past, everybody's going on about core. Core seemed to be a big word. You know, functional. Core. Oh, that was quick. Easy enough. I suppose it's I suppose a case of, for whatever reason, something grabs people's imagination. Everybody starts talking about the same thing, trying to make money out of it. Then after a while, the market is saturated. People get sick of it. They want to know the next secret. Come on. Oh, 4. Yeah, that floored me. Woo. Yeah. You know, not many people want to know the secret is hard squatting, hard deadlifting. No, that's not the secret that they want. Okay, so finally we're here, swings at the end. Yeah, and I'm going to guess that those good mornings have possibly eaten into my swing ability, but no matter, don't worry about it. But I definitely feel, you know, for sure, and I said, you know, I remember doing good mornings at 40 kilos and thinking, this is not easy. Yeah, I know, not hard, but it wasn't easy. But I was a bit surprised that after a long layoff of good mornings, 40 kilos felt quite easy at the beginning. And I'm going to guess that the swings have got something to do with that. Who knows? But yeah, swings. So last time I got 40 reps. So it went 3, 4, 5, and then a load of 4s. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to aim for 42, I think. That's a good increase. That's about 5%, isn't it? Quite a good increase. I think the way I'll do it is I'll first set with 3. So just always first set quite easy, just get into it. Then I'll go for some 5s. So let me think about it. Yeah, if I go 3 sets of 5, that's gonna That's going to get me there easily, I would say. Yeah. So three sets of 5, and then all after that 4s. That's going to turn to 42. Okay, that's what I'm going to go for. Seems reasonable to me. Get my timer. Take some chalk with me. This chalk sounds like it's solidified. We'll see. Drink my last bit of water. Wish I had a bit more, but there you go. Well, let's do some swings. Heavy swings. 60 kilos.